Hello out there, and welcome to the Danny.
Rihanna show. This is Danny Pena, Rihanna's husband.
And this is Rihanna Manuel Pena, Danny's wife. And today we're going to talk about how we chose or are choosing which things to travel with for gaming and for content creation while we're going to Dominican Republic over 2 weeks in December. Now, Danny, you recently posted a very fun image of you holding your two ROG Xbox allies. You have the Ally and the Ally X, so the white model and the black model. And before we get to what we're gonna actually travel with, I'll just show really quickly. We both have our Steam Decks. I have this Steam Deck. Danny has the OLED,
No, I don't
and
have the
we
OLED. I don't have the OLED.
you
I
which Steam Deck do you have?
I have I think I have the one that has like a bigger space. A
You
bigger.
have
Did
the
you have the?
largest
It's like
original model.
it's like the middle between the cheapest and OLED. It's like right in the middle.
Right. Okay. Then you have
Mhm.
the OLED Switch 2, or so the OLED Switch, and then we both have a Switch 2.
Yes, and you also have the Switch Lite.
And I have a Switch Lite. So
It's a lot of handhelds.
it's
A
a
lot of
lot of
handhelds.
handhelds. And I think it would be maybe helpful to people who are either deciding on some holiday purchases for either them or their kids or friends or family. Or if you're like us and you have more than one handhold, how do you figure out what your travel plans are if you really only reasonably should take one, right? It's really tough to justify shoving 5 or 6 of these things into your luggage when you're
Hmm.
supposed to be spending time with family and exploring the sites, right? I thought today we could do a little bit of a pluses and minuses and like a review on our reviews of these past handhelds and compare them to the newer ones we have and explain to people like how we came to the decision of which ones make the most sense for us as traveling gamers. So, Danny, should we start at the most aged? I guess is the Switch and the Switch Lite. Do you want to explain your experience with traveling with your Switch and what are some things you liked and some things that were less exciting?
Oh, I'll tell you the first thing that's not exciting. I'm gonna start with the bad right away.
Okay.
Right away. It battery life.
Yeah.
It all depends also playing whatever you're playing. So if you're playing a game that's triple A game, a lot of big graphics, open world, stuff like that, it's gonna drain a lot of battery. So like one of the first games that I started playing when I first got my original Switch was Zelda, and I remember playing it. I think I was flying from. I think I was flying from like Miami to somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. And I was like, "Man, this is amazing!" But at the same time, the battery is not good.
Yeah.
So that's one thing about. And I think it's like that with all of these devices, where you still play, of course, smaller games, but also big games. But battery is not going to be always up there yet. So like this year we went to Dominican Republic back in July, and at that time, before that, I usually would travel a lot with my original Switch, and also then Steam Deck, and then I started traveling again with the Switch Two. Is the reason is at the time because Mario Kart World came out. There was a couple other games. I'm like, all right, I want to play these games on the go.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you like about the Switch? Like just really quickly.
Things I like about the Switch, the games that have exclusive games that is not available anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess we can kind of like leap forward to the Switch too because I'm assuming it's similar, right? Like
Mhm.
the pluses and minuses for that one.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. I think that Switch 2 has more games and also potential of bigger games that's going to be coming out also on the Switch 2 that wasn't available on the original Switch. So, for example, Call of Duty, we play Call of Duty a lot. I could see the Switch 2 having a Call of Duty.
But for
For
now, for travel for the season, like
for
what is
now,
some of the things that make you consider it for our trips coming
yeah,
up?
I think games like Donkey Kong. I still play Cyberpunk. That's those games I could still take it on the go with it.
Mario
Also,
Party was really fun with my mom. I think that's
yeah.
that's that's a point in favor of the Switch 2 for coming with
Hmm.
us to our family trip.
Yeah, and now actually this week, there's the new Metro Prime 4 Beyond is coming out. So like something like that, which is like a bigger game, but it's only Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. that's another option that you have too.
Yeah, yeah, I would say similar for me with both the Switch and the Switch 2. And to be clear, the Switch that I played on the most, like where I played all of my Hades experience, for instance, was on the Switch Lite. Which, I mean, if you're looking, I don't have it with me here, but if you're looking at, again, the Steam Deck, we were actually just in Best Buy earlier today and we saw a Switch Lite. It was basically almost like very much similar to my phone. Like if you held the two up next to each other, it's closer to the size of a big phone than it is one of these beefier handhelds. And it's really funny to me because I played so much time on the Switch Lite. Like, it's the handheld that I probably played the most hours of out of all of these, just because I played Hades 1 on it. But when I hold it in my hands now, it feels too small. Like, it's almost feels like not like a toy, but it's definitely less premium of a feel compared to these newer models and these bigger models. And I didn't really have any complaints with the battery life or anything like that, but I don't know, now it just doesn't feel like it's substantial enough for me to justify taking it over something else. And it makes that a little bit of more of a tougher sell for me now. Now if it was for a kid who is only playing a handful of games, I would say a Switch Lite does still make sense. And if you find one out there and you're thinking of it for like a holiday gift, it's still a great option. But yeah, I don't know, like Danny, you were saying, like the types of games you play will definitely impact your decision on what handheld you buy. And I don't know, the Switch Lite specifically, I don't know if it hits enough of those marks that I need, and has as much to play on it as I would like for that to be a winner every time when we're going out of town. Now, if we kind of like jump forward even further to the Steam Decks that we have, because that was what we used to travel with just earlier in the year, right? Like when we went to Finland and some of these other big trips. And like, what are your thoughts on traveling with your Steam Deck so far?
It's heavier than the original Switch, and actually this is the Switch too. It's very thin, very thin,
Thin,
easy,
light, feels good
light,
in the hands.
easy to take, and plus if you bring your dock with you, that's another thing you could do. Just connect it. I think there's other docks you could connect on any of these devices. That's something we forgot to mention too, which is great because you might
Yeah,
have
for
a
a like
TV.
hotel TV or in the Airbnb.
Yeah, could use that and play still. So I love the Steam Deck. The negative of the Steam Deck is if you play games on like Epic Game Store or like Ubisoft Connect, there is ways how to get it and play here. It's just I don't want to do that. Like I just want to like just pick up and play and that's it, right? So,
Yeah.
but one of the biggest concerns I don't like about the Steam Deck, man, it gets hot. And I remember seeing Reed playing certain games and like
The
the Steam Deck,
altars.
yeah, and it looked like the Steam Deck was like burning. I was like, whoa, this is, and the fan is loud. I'm not a big fan of that either. But
I mean,
like
I've
the
talked about it on the
devices,
show before. I've played
yeah,
with ice packs on the back of this thing.
that's
Like
crazy.
I've even
That's
haven't
not
had to
normal.
take off the jelly carrying case that I had on it because it was making it even hotter. So I
That's
couldn't
not
even put a
normal.
case on it because it's so hot and it blocked the fan back here.
Yeah, that again, and I'm going to repeat it. That is not normal. You're not supposed to be doing that on any of these devices. It's pick up and play, not well. Let me protect it. Let me put something cold. So that's I don't know. That's weird to me. But hey, seeing it, I even touched the device. I'm like, this is too hot. This is not good. So, but again, that's the problem. Like, there's certain games on the Steam Deck where some of them are verified, some are not. But it gets the handheld hot, and also the fan is very loud. And I don't get that with the Switch 2, and I don't get that with other devices. But this is the loudest fan out of all the devices that we have. This is the one right here, Steam Deck, right
It's
here.
the I would say it's the loudest, the heaviest, and the hottest, and it plays well. Like I played God of War on this thing. Like it plays pretty well.
Hmm.
I played Dragon Age Inquisition on it, and is that right? Dragon Age? No, sorry, Veilguard. I played Dragon Age
Veilguard. I was
Veilguard
like,
on it.
Acquisition is the old one, but yeah.
Yeah, and yes, the graphics are a little bit, downgraded from what you're used to on a big PC or even on a home console, but it did
Mhm.
it and it was fun. Like I still played it, it still looked fine. So if you have a Steam Deck and it's what you have to travel with, like of course it's great. We done it, but yeah, I don't know if it's the clear winner for me either. Now, like it kind of brings us to current, right? With you've played a couple of other things. Like you've used the Kishi and stuff on your phone
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of one-offs here and there. Are any of those notable to you for travel gaming?
Because those are the reason why I play those is because I play cloud gaming.
On your phone?
They're on my phone. Here's the thing: when you're on a plane, No, unless
Yeah.
now there's certain airlines that are gonna have sky.
I almost thought you were going to say Skynet.
Not, I was gonna say Skynet. What was the name of the Elon's company that you could use the internet? I can't even remember now. Now I'm blanked. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Starlink.
Starlink. What say Sky?
Starlink,
Starlink. All
Skynet.
right, Starlink. So with Starlink, now I could play those type of games like you were saying, or any of these devices. I could download games. I could play multiplayer, all that on the plane.
It's still kind of
But
unreliable on a plane, though. And
no,
when
but
you're in like a
this
travel
is new.
situation, if your Airbnb doesn't have great signal,
No, 100%. But I'm saying they just added this like a month or 2 months ago. Like it's new. So the
got
internet
it.
speed is going to change through time. Now we could play these type of games, cloud gaming. But cloud gaming on the go right now is like it's hit or miss. It depends
Yeah.
on the connection that you have around the area. So I don't know if I'll depend on having a device like that on the go.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
makes it a tough option because it's so unreliable, right? Like you
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what situation's gonna be.
yeah. And not only that, but is there servers for that particular cloud gaming of Xbox, let's say, or an Nvidia, GeForce Now around that area that you're in? Because maybe they don't have that around there, so it
Yeah,
probably is not going to work at all. So like I won't rely on that. I will go with
not
the
there yet.
handles that we talked about. Yeah.
So I guess that kind of is obvious that it's gonna bring us to our winners.
hmm
Let's talk about the ROG Xbox allies. Take it
Ooh,
away, Danny, because
I love
you've
I
played
love
the most
both.
with both of them.
I love both. There's still some bugs here and there, and they've slowly been sending updates to fix it. But so like, and I'll start with it. Sometimes the controller that you have on the device sometimes will get disconnected. Look, these are PC handles. It's not a Switch 2. It's not like stuff like that. So, um, but when it works, it works. The positives is I could download any of the apps that I use, Ubisoft Connect, Steam. I could use Epic Game Store, which we play a lot of Fortnite. Fortnite's not available on Steam, so I'll go with that route. There's also Xbox PC. I have Game Pass. I could download games through there. So
And
you
what's
have
really
a
nice
lot
is
of
your
options
saves are right there. Like
right
playing from the
there,
console to
right
the
there.
ally is seamless.
And let me tell you, the biggest game changer now in this generation of gaming is crossplay and cross progression, where you could be playing Hades 2 on the Switch 2, but now if I switch to the Steam, I could play Hades 2 there and continue my journey on whatever part of the game I'm in. That's something
And
that's like
shout out
I
to
love that.
Supergiant for making that happen, and
Oh
shout out to any
yes,
devs who make that happen because I know it's not easy, and I've seen
hmm
devs struggle to make this decision because it's a costly one, and it takes a lot of work, but it
yeah,
makes such a difference to your players, and I am happy to buy a game twice if I can keep my save on whatever device I want to play on. So shout out to you
same.
guys for doing that because that is not easy, and it's a really good quality of life thing.
It helps a lot. Let me tell you, it helps a lot doing that because sometimes you're like, oh my god, I know I forgot my Steam Deck, but wait, I have this Switch too. Let me continue playing. Like you could do things like that. So, but yeah, I think here's the thing: ROG Ally, Xbox Ally, and Ally X, two different. It's the same, but one is more powerful than the other one. So like, I had the white one first. So I was curious, like, can I play Call of Duty? Can I play the games that I usually play on other devices or also on my console or PC? And it worked out pretty good. Not all games, like I tried to play Returnal, for example, that wasn't good on that, but it's okay. It's a lot better on the X. So, but Call of Duty or Outer Worlds 2 or Forza Horizon, it's like certain games. I'm like, okay, it plays great. I'm good. So Luminous Horizon, that's something that we play a lot. And here's the thing: you don't need to get a device like for only AAA games. There's so many independent games that will consume less battery and it will last longer for you to play, and it's fun and it's cheaper and all that stuff. So, LIX, let me tell you, I downloaded a whole bunch of other games and smooth experience so far. Smooth. Like I downloaded Spider-Man, Horizon. Horizon works on the other one too. But this one, I could up the resolution because the other one is 720. This one is 1080p. So it's a huge difference when it comes to like look. Plus, if you connect this to a dock and play on the TV, you could tell the difference between the two because the other one I could up the graphics a bit more on the X compared to the Xbox Ally. But both are good. I mean, it all depends on the type of games that you play, and they both also use cloud gaming too. You could do that too. Oh, and also forgot to mention, and you could do this also with a Steam Deck, where if you have your PC on and you want to connect, let's say you're home and you're away, you could connect your device to the computer and play Steam. You could do it like that too on both devices, on the Xbox Ally, LIX, and also on Steam Deck. So you have advantages.
What does that do for you? Like, what does that functionality give you?
Nothing, because there's certain games where
Nothing?
well, not nothing. I'm saying, my bad. There's certain games that I can't play it on my device. Like, for example, Xbox Ally, I can't play it there, right? Because it's just too powerful. But then when I stream it from my computer, I could play it. Well, it's like, think of it like cloud
So
gaming, but it's it's
when you
it's here.
sorry, just to be clear, I understand. You're saying too powerful. You mean the game requires too much power.
Too much power, yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But you have an option where you could either use cloud gaming, which you could download, you can stream any of those games, or there's games that from this device, from your PC, you could do it like that too. So, for example, I have the MetaQuest 3, I think, yeah, the latest one, and I wanted to try Luminous, right, through the cloud, but using my computer connected to the device. So I play Luminous like that, but I'm here at home, and it was fine. It was perfectly fine, So, but I can't. There's certain games I can't download directly to my Xbox LIX because it's just gonna look bad. So graphically, performance, all that. So
Takes up so much space too.
a lot of space. Yes, 100%. But overall, I think those devices are pretty cool because we have more options, more games, more than ever than any other device out there. And it's easy. I could connect it on TV, play it. Like the other night, I was doing that. I connected it, my device on TV, and I play it. Also, here's the benefit too, and I've seen creators do this. They use the Xbox Ally and LIX as a PC, as a mini PC, and they do work. They use Zoom calls and all this other, because it's a PC handled. So, and they even connected their cameras to record videos using the Xbox Ally X. As like a mini PC. You can't do that with Steam Deck. You definitely can't do that on the Switch too. So, like, now, is it something that is like a powerful gaming PC? No, but good enough to do certain things like that on the go.
That's interesting because obviously, Danny, you and I are planning to make content while we're in DR and traveling. And part of us packing up ourselves and our child and all this stuff for a very long trip is trying to pare down, right? And like slim down what we're taking as much as possible, and one of those categories is our electronics. And we were just saying, like, are we both taking a laptop? Are we taking all of the mics that we have? Are we taking our cameras? How do you choose? And for maybe not for us, but for other creators who are out there, if they have invested in an Ally X, that's really cool to know that they can actually use that machine to also help make their content while they're on the go or while they're traveling or away from home. That's really powerful, actually. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I saw that because as a creator, that he goes all out. I can't remember his name, but he goes all out where he used the Steam Deck because he uses Linux. So he will do editing, he'll do a bunch of stuff using just the Steam Deck. And
Yeah.
he wanted to experiment with the Xbox Ally X. He's like, this is a more powerful option. Can I do this and have this as like my PC? And he did that for a long time. He create content. He does stuff for like work through the Xbox Ally. I was like, man, I never even thought about that. That's the plus where you could bring certain things. Let's say you bring like a camera, your mouse and keyboard, maybe some cable if you want to connect it to like a monitor or like a TV or something like that, and use that as a PC. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
mean that saves you one extra item in the TSA and a little less weight that you're carrying too.
Exact. That's the most important thing, because when you travel, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to just like
Yeah.
carry a bunch of things. And I've done that before where I'm like, yo, this bag is heavy. It's killing my back. But the lighter it
It adds
is,
up.
it's a better experience flying. So
Wow.
that's what we were thinking. We were having this conversation like, look, when we travel, yo, you take your Ally, I take my Ally X. We have our phones. We go, we create content. I'm bringing my laptop for emergency purposes, but I'm bringing it there. But that's
Yeah.
not more on me. It's an option. I don't have to do it. But the thing is, there's so many things I'll be working on, and anything will pop up that I need something as an
Yeah.
emergency.
And we have
So
like client work and other stuff that, yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
better to put it on a device that's protected and safe and all that.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, really, I mean, this is what I'm planning to do. I think I only mentioned this to you, and I haven't. I think I mentioned it publicly like, on one of the streams and stuff. But I'm gonna mention it here for the first time on the show. Is I got the Xbox Ally X recently, a couple days ago, and we're gonna travel to DR, and I also the beginning of this month I'm gonna use it a lot more for gaming, right? And I'm gonna use this as like my main place to play games. Not my gaming PC, not to switch to this. This is gonna be my number one device I'm gonna be playing games, and I want to try for a whole month to see how's that's experience, and especially if we're traveling because I'm not taking my gaming PC to DR, but I'm gonna have my Xbox Ally with me,
We
and
were
I want
briefly
to.
thinking about bringing the Xbox Series S with the XCast screen,
Yeah, but we don't need to do
right?
that anymore.
But now we don't need to.
We don't need to. So that's
Yeah.
that's the main reason why I want to test this out because is it good for a gaming device like that, or I might experiment try out as like a PC, connect some a mouse or something to see how it is, But this is gonna be my device as a test, and I'm gonna post video clips here and there on other places, social media, and also I'll talk about it here on the show. I'll definitely gonna talk about my experience to see how it is, and also if you follow us on YouTube, make sure to check out our shorts on through our channel because we're gonna be posting stuff there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk
I know.
about it.
For me, I think I keep going back and forth between bringing my Switch 2 and the Xbox Ally because Danny, as he said, is bringing his Ally X, and I do consider the flexibility of having a Switch with us while we're traveling, especially with family, right? We have a little kid, we have parents who like to play, Mario games and stuff like that with us, so it is a consideration, but even with the Nintendo exclusivity pulling at my heartstrings, it's hard to not just take the Ally because it has every other game I want to play on it. And it kind of goes back to the conversation about exclusivity, and I know there's a lot of camps of and schools of thought about it, and for the most part the walls have come down. People are able to play things on any device if you wait long enough, and that's great. More people playing great games is better, but I do recognize that I tend to go to whatever platform is the easiest form factor, right? Like whatever works the best. So like this Steam Deck, sorry Valve, I love you so much, but this is so big and so heavy and so hot, I can't play it regularly anymore. The Ally has taken that place for me for handheld like Steam games. Like it's my go-to Steam machine now when I'm not at my computer, and it's almost becoming my go-to Xbox game machine now. And
Okay.
like if I can figure out battery life, which is a huge issue, and I'll talk about it a little more in just a second. It feels like it kind of dwarfs every other machine I have just because it's where I can play almost every game I want to play on it and switch between them easily. And that's such a big benefit that there's not many other things that are more important. Like if it feels good, if I can navigate it easily, it's flexible, it it's light, it plugs into it plugs into all my accessories.
Hmm.
It's that's a tough sell to beat. Now, going back to the battery issue for a second, it's a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. Like you have the X that you're playing on primarily now, so I have the the more eco-friendly model, the more economic version. And after playing Luminous for a few hours, let's say like 3-ish hours, it's going dead. I don't like that. I want to be able to play more than that and not have to charge the machine. And normally at home it's not an issue. I plug it in, whatever. I have long cables. It's not a big deal. And it doesn't get hot when it's plugged in either, which is so huge and so great. Because a lot of things do. Even my phone, right? Like when it's charging through the mag charger on the back, it gets hot as hell. And yes, it's a fast charger and it's great, but like I don't like my machines getting hot. That makes me feel uncomfortable. It feels like wear and tear on it. But let me finish.
Hmm.
But the Ally does not have that issue when I'm playing plugged in, and it's amazing. However, I am about to take, several 4+ hour long flights. and I need to be able to use this machine all day without a charger. And to have to take a portable charger with me and to have to play with it plugged in is just one other thing to fish out of a bag when, you know, the kid is on this side and Danny's on that side, and like the bag is awkwardly down in between my legs and the seat in front of me, or, you know, we got all this stuff in our hands because we're trying to, you know, keep the kid occupied or give her a snack, or somebody needs a pillow, and, you know, like the food trays coming down the food carts coming down the aisle. Like with travel specifically, I need something with a better battery, and it's a bummer that it dies so quick. And yes, Luminous is a very intense, heavy game on, especially if you have like the lights all the way bright and like vibrations on. So there's some things in the settings I can tweak to make it better. But yeah, this thing, I would rather have a console or a handheld that lasted more like 5-ish hours and less like 3. And I am bummed out about that. So I have to prepare for that, which means I have to pack a portable battery. But yeah, that's the one big drawback that I would say. If battery life is your biggest issue, the Ally is not your friend in that category. Now, Danny wanted to interject.
Okay. You said 3 hours?
Ish.
Thank God it's 3 hours, because all these devices, they don't last that long.
I know.
Steam Deck, Switch 2 is like maybe 2.5, 220. I think the original Switch has a little bit better battery life than the Switch 2. And the reason is, look, these are devices that takes a lot of power when it comes to like graphics and resolution. Like it's just a lot.
Yeah, they're little miracles. I'm not saying that it's not a marvel of modern technology. I understand.
Here's the thing: you play Luminous for over 3 hours on the LIX. That's good compared to that's good. Honestly. I know we want to have better battery life, of course, because we have flights 4 hours. But that's why there's other options where you could connect your device to plug on the flight during the flight, or if you have one of those battery packs, it will help you to connect it to your device and it will last a little longer. That too. But yeah, if you feel like you're gonna have 5 hours, that's not gonna happen with none of these devices. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, like if you got like the 2 flights back to back and a really quick connection, so you don't have time to stop somewhere to charge it. And let's say you're on those planes that don't have a plug, because there's a lot of planes that don't. You're SOL, and that sucks. Like, I'm not saying that I don't understand any handheld has this issue. It just sucks. And if you're gonna buy something for travel, you should know that ahead of time.
Well, Ree, is there anything else? Because we gotta wrap it up.
No, that's it. Just thought it would be cool to talk really quickly how we decide what to pack when we have everything to choose from. Because, you know, we are spoiled for choice, and it's an unusual position to be in for a gamer family that travels, to have all these options at our fingertips. And when we have everything available to choose from, this is what we end up going with. So we'll probably take the Xbox Allies. I might swap out for a Switch, but we'll see. Most likely I'll take the Ally.
That's what I'm like, I don't believe that. But go ahead. I really don't, because you know what it is? You're going to regret, like, oh man, I can't play this. Oh.
And yeah, that one time that we decide to play Mario Party is probably not worth it for the rest of the trip. So.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, that's how we made that call, and you know, our best recommendations and reviews that we can give when putting everything next to each other.
Definitely. All right, thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week. And next week is a special one, because it's right before the Game Awards, and we're going to talk about our outfits from the previous years and get ready for the next one. The next outfit we're going to have for this year's Game Awards, which is happening next week. We're planning to do like a behind-the-scenes thing, and we're going to put it on YouTube, on our channel, and all that. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I just filmed an unboxing of all of my accessories and kind of a little tour of the ideas that we have.
Cool.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun, a fun piece for everybody to watch.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, everyone, until next time, we're out. Bye.
Bye.